Captain Fennell, couldn't think of a better person to have on here following our guest from India, Professor Das Nalapat, and also what President Trump said today. You're a naval intelligence officer who gave up your career to warn the United States, the people of the United States, that the Chinese Communist Party was not just rising. The Chinese Communist Party was a malevolent actor on the world stage. Is President Trump overstating the case? He actually said, I will not rule out military, economic, and or political diplomatic pressure when it comes to when he's talking about the Panama Canal or Greenland. You're a strategist. Is President Trump off his rocker right here? The mainstream media is going absolutely bonkers on this. Your thoughts, sir?
Well, Steve, thanks for having me on, and always nice to follow Dr. Nalapat. I would say that President Trump is actually the frame of reference called the Overton window. For the last 30 to 40 years, we've allowed the left, the socialists, and the Marxists in our country to define our national security interest in their framework. And so President Trump is correctly saying, no, I don't accept that framework, and I'm going to reset the Overton window. And so he's correctly assessing that our national interests are defined by these issues of the Panama Canal and Greenland. And I'll just remind folks that, what Jimmy Carter did in giving away the Panama Canal wasn't just giving away a canal and allowing the Panama government to have control over the canal. It was much more than that. And I have colleagues and friends of mine that served in the region at the time and shortly after the time. And it's the equivalent. Jimmy Carter, what he did was the equivalent of saying, we're going to shut down European Command in Germany, and we're going to pull out all American forces and troops in Europe and just pull them back to America. Or in Central Command, we're just going to pull everything out at one time without any discussion, without any consultation. We're going to pull everything out. Or the equivalent of Indo-Pacific Command. We're going to pull all of our troops out of Korea and Japan and move them back to California, and we're not going to have any presence in the Western Pacific. That's what Jimmy Carter did in Panama. He didn't just turn over the canal to the Panamanian government. He shut down U.S. Southern Command. That was a military command structure with military presence from the U.S. Armed Forces. It was there to provide stability to that region, and he pulled it all out on the threat of some kind of mythological guerrilla warfare that was existing in Panama. It was a lie then, and he gave away our national security interests. So in essence, we've watched over the Biden administration, millions of people come into our country through a porous border. But that was the conditions for that were established by Jimmy Carter and his presidency. He gave away our national security capacity in Panama back in that time, and now we're reaping the benefits or the disastrous benefits of that today. And we're seeing the effects in the deaths in America from crime, fentanyl, et cetera, et cetera.